Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. I am here outside of Edoras, and I'm going to be speaking with Horn to continue the epic storyline.
Speak with me when you are ready.
We have come once again to Edoras, this time in the company of both Corodan and Nona. Are you ready to walk through the streets and speak once more to Éowyn? Let me know if you're prepared. Allies of Wormtongue could be anywhere, and we must remain alert.
Let us remain alert. Allies of Wormtongue could be anywhere.
Are you ready? Do not think that we have cleansed the city of them when last we were here.
We have returned to Edoras, and should see how Éowyn fares with her duties.
This way, Kippen, we will find Lady Éowyn and see how her efforts have progressed while we saw to the will of her brother in Aldburg. This way, everyone. There she is, I told you. Greetings, children. How fares the city? Why should we tell you anything? We have done nothing to cause you insult. What would your father say to this discourtesy? How should we know? They're all gone. Because of dullings like her. Nona's hands are clenched and her eyes are ablaze. Step aside, Kip, and I will not listen to these children speak ill of my people. You need to learn something, weak-legged foals. Get out of here, Dullingdon, witch. You know nothing of my land. We know enough. Your people all want to kill us all. How many Dullingdings have you slain, small one? What? How about you? How many Dullingdings have you killed? None, but I am not yet of age. I have slain more than 24 Dullingdings. They were allies of those who killed my brother, servants of Saruman. Have you nothing now to say? Can you teach us how to fight? Please teach us swordplay. Huh, I did not expect this turn, Kippen. It seems our Nona has an effect even on the children of Rohan. If Horn is not cautious, he may find that she has little time for him. So busy will she be instructing these children in swordplay. You should now go on ahead, my friend, and find Éowyn outside of Meduseld. It may take us some time to get there. They're all excited about Nona now. Alright, back to Lady Éowyn once again. Éowyn listens to your reports of your visits to the Underharrow and Aldburg, but you can tell from her guarded expression that something troubles her. I fear we did not root out all of Grima's allies since last you were in Edoras, Kippen. I believe someone interferes with my efforts to empty the city. Someone cut holes in the socks of grains we set by, and damaged the wheels of one wagon I did not think needed guarding. Cleoflod saw a suspicious figure flee the city to the north. Speak with her and see if she can provide you with a description of this man. If we do not know his appearance, we will not be able to prevent him from doing more damage, should he return. Find her outside her home to the northeast. I will help you with anything if I can, Kippen, if it will help the Lady Éowyn catch this man. Ask me what you will, and I will tell you what I remember of the man I saw. Ask me what you will, and I will tell you. Tell me about yourself. My husband has gone to war with Theoden King, and now I must wait for his return. We have been told we cannot wait at our homes and must go to Dunharrow. What did you see? This morning, shortly before sunup, I walked through the lanes of our city. I wanted to impress upon my memory every detail of this my home. It was a sad walk down the gates. Just inside the gates, a wagon was waiting for supplies to be loaded. Standing next to it in the shadows, I saw a man. So, looks like that guy. Blonde guy, nice clean cut hair. Okay. Was his hair distinctive? I cannot really remember the style in which he wore his hair, but its color was light in the dawn. I am put to mind that it could have been an amber hue, but I cannot say for certain. His hair was rather shaggy, but he was crouched by the wagon, and it might have fallen free from binding with the effort he exerted. Alright, so maybe it's completely different. You were certain about his hair. I will not swear to it, I cannot be certain. What was he wearing? He crouched down by the wagon, and I saw his boots were caked with mud. He wore yellow or brown leather with a strap over one shoulder. I saw a glint of sun on chain in the early morning light. We had chain, dirty boots, blonde, maybe red hair. Are you certain about his dress? Yes, I'm fairly certain. Actually, now that I think on it, I believe he may have worn a red brooch around his neck. The setting was gold, a very polished bronze, but the gem in the middle glowed red in the light of dawn. Okay, so he's got a red pendant, chainmail, dirty boots. Elwyn listens to the description you obtained from Cleoflot and nods excitedly. Very good, Kippen, but we need confirmation and may not be able to obtain it. Another citizen in Edoras is claiming to have seen this man. Follow the road to the north and speak with Elfberg. If her description matches that of Cleofad, we should be able to trust her memory of this man. Where am I going? I thought it said north, right? Tell me about yourself. I have lived in Edoras all my life, baking bread for the king's board. Now, I must go to Dunharrow until he returns for more. I do not know if the city will remain when we return. If we do return. What did you see? I wake early on most mornings, and this day I had difficulty sleeping. When I went to the storehouse to count the sacks of grain I need to bring to Dunharrow, I saw the sacks were split, and the grain spilled across the floor. I despaired at the sight, and then espied a man fleeing down the road. So, alright. What was he wearing? He ran with great haste, and I did not get a good look at him. I think he wore black leather over chainmail, but if the mail was mostly covered, I caught only a few flashes of silver. It was very dark. So I think we can be pretty certain about chainmail. Are you certain about his dress? Well, perhaps not. It was very dark. I think perhaps the leather he wore was not dark as I thought it was at first. Perhaps it was more brown than black. The sun was not yet up when I saw him, and it was dark in this lane. Was his hair distinctive? His hair was long and blonde. His appearance was very much that of a man of Rohan. It will take him more difficult to find, I expect. Did he have a beard? Yes, a blonde one. Did I not mention it? Was he holding anything? He had an axe in his hand. It must have been what he used to tear open the sacks of grain, the villain. Do you remember anything else? There was one more thing. He wore a brooch at his neck, fastened with a clasp. I saw a gemstone in the center, glinting as he ran. It put my mind in a blood-red eye. Elfberg's recollection of the man she saw is very similar to that of Cleoflot. So he had chainmail, blonde hair, the pendant for sure, an axe maybe. Horn listens to your account and nods. There are many men with blonde hair and beards in Rohan, Kippen, but this brooch sounds distinctive. A red gemstone in the shape of an eye is not common adornment among my people. This is how we will find the treacherous snake and keep him from doing further hurt to Elwyn or her people. Let's go to Elwyn together and tell her what we have learned of this man.
picture begins to form.
The writings he recovered from Grima's chambers spoke in vague of shrouded terms in order to keep the identities of his allies a secret, but we have found some few of them already. Hebeka, Lelflig, and Forthir have been defeated or imprisoned for their part in Grima's schemes. But it seems there was a fourth conspirator. It seems he used several names, among them Ednoth and Goding. There may have been more that we know not. But now we have a common thread, Kip, and our mysterious foe seems overly fond of a blood-red brooch, and it is by this jewelry you will know him. We cannot risk his return. Only by tracking this secret enemy can we assure he does not return to cause deadlier mischief.
Our mysterious foe seems to have fled Edoras to the north.
There are a few settlements in that direction, but my guess is that he is making his way for Stoke in the Broadacres. You and your companions travel with haste to Stoke to see if you can apprehend this ally of Grima Wormtongue before he can wreak further mischief. Reeve Frithfield rules from Stoke, and she has been an inspiration to me since I was very young. Her strength is second to no man, and she has earned the respect of all who dwell in her riding. Still, this is not the sort of danger for which she is best suited. She faces enemies that attack from fields and engage in open battle, not snakes in the grass that strike from hiding. Bring news of the secret foe to her, and warn her that he may lurk within Stoke. I do not know what evil webs he might yet spin. So I've actually already done a lot of quests. In Stoke, so I may be able to just travel there. And actually I can do this Road to Dunharrow quest.
Oh, Reeve Frithhild has always been an inspiration for me.
Never mind, I cannot. Not yet. I think I need to complete chapter... I don't know. Let me just keep working on this epic quest. Yeah, so thankfully I've already been to Stoke, so I can probably just get on a pony. A little laggy in Edoras.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
Let me swift travel to Stoke. Corridon calls a halt as you approach the entrance to the city. I did not halt. I rode right past him.
It seems that our fortunes turn for the worse.
A glint of light caught my eye from afar, and my worries are now confirmed. Corridon holds up the small object he found in the grass. A blood-red ruby fitted into a silver brooch in the shaped in the form of an eye. Our friend knew of our pursuit and discarded the only thing by which we would know him. Now he vanishes into the city, free to strike at his leisure. I will give you this brooch, but I confess that it is not the outcome for which I had hoped. Now we must deliver a warning to the Reeve, and not the means to ending the threat.
Let us warn Reeve Frithhild of the secret danger that may threaten Stoke.
We will find Reeve Frithhild in the mead hall. Let us bring her the brooch and warn her of the secrets.
Maintain the peace and do no harm to my people or their lands, and you will be welcome.
It is always a pleasure to meet a new warden, Kippen. If you maintain the peace and do no harm to my people or these lands, you will be welcome to my hall at any time. Frithhild listens as you recount your pursuit of Wormtongue's mysterious ally and the mischief you wrought at Edoras. She smiles when you mention that Eowyn desired you to bring word of the danger he might pose for the Broadacres. She has always been a strong girl, and in truth she reminds me of myself at that age. When she has grown some more, and broken a nose or two, she will be quite a woman. She must chafe at the remaining behind to shepherd people to safety while others ride to war. I will do the same, had the war not come right to my own lands. There is a battle enough for the Broadacres. Someone may have seen your secret interloper as he came to Tokien. You should speak with Wigbald, the guard at the southern gate. If anyone saw anything, it would be Wigbald. He misses little.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
Due to phasing conditions to continue Broadacre's storyline, you must have completed Chapter 8. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna keep that quest active for now, because I'm still only on Chapter 6.
You say you look for someone. I've seen scores come through this gate today.
What can you tell me of his appearance? You admit to Wigbald that you do not have a good idea of your Prairie's appearance. That makes it more difficult to find someone, no doubt about it. There was one fellow I thought seemed worthy of suspicion now that you mention it. He kept asking about the Norcrofts, so it could be that he has left this village entirely and is heading east. You tell Wigbald that you may search around Stoke for any other clues just to be certain, and he shrugs. You're welcome to do as you like, of course. It is your time you'd be wasting. The only suspicious fellow I've seen was asking about the Norcrofts. So I can search here or Norcrofts. Broken banner. This banner is broken, as if it had been brought down by something of great force. The amount of earth indicates a scuffle took sort place here. You find booted footprints in the mud at the base of this fence. Scattered leaves. These leaves might have been scattered, but it might only have been the wind. You have found a discarded helmet, but whose helmet is it?
Are you looking for the man who dropped that helmet?
I saw him come back for it, but when he saw me, he ran. I followed him for a while, but he kept running west of town, and I think he might have been looking for the orcs. I could tell he was in trouble. Did I do the right thing? If I see him again, I'll tell you or Reeve Frithfield. You had better tell her who I am, so she'll let me into the meat hall. My name is Adgith, and I have lived here in Stoke my whole life. My mother says that I need to stay in the walls. That's the only reason I didn't follow the man and bring him back to the king's justice. I knew he was a villain. And tell Reeve Frithfield that I'll let her know if I see him again, alright? Promise that you will, promise.
Tell the Reeve that I may have more information for her.
Okay. Let me go talk to the Reeve once again.
You say this child saw the man for whom you seek, and he has joined the orcs?
I would like to meet Adgith and speak with him myself. My hall shall be open to her as well. If this man you pursued from Edoras has joined the orcs, the danger he poses has turned from a secret one to a threat we here in Stoke know all too well. We have been endangered by the ravages of orcs and their half-orc brethren for many months now. It's actually a pretty good helmet. It's an excellent helmet, actually. It's a big upgrade from what I have.
The orcs have launched attacks on Stoke before now, but we must not remain idle.
We have always fended off their assaults. If this secret foe of yours, Chase here, is as canny as he seems, he might be able to help the orcs attack more effectively. The camp is called Bardoram, in their filthy tongue. Wipe the lands clean of its foul inhabitants and see if you can find any sign of their plan. So I think I've already been there previously, because I kind of went out of order unintentionally when I first came here. Let me change the helmet. Good. Okay. So let's go to Bardoram. The whole map is highlighted. It's unfortunate. It says the camp is west of Stoke, though, so I'm gonna go west. So right here, it looks like. We go ahead and get on the war steed, get there a little quicker. Yeah, I can't believe I did this whole area kind of out of order. That's unlike me to do stuff like that, but oh well. We'll be alright. There's the camp. Can I jump this? Nah, that was wishful thinking. That was wishful thinking. Can't jump anything. I gotta go all the way around. I hate that. Let me see about just rounding up a bunch of these. Although I think, yeah, they're ranged, so it doesn't really help much. I don't want to fight a captain, too much HP. Just need two more. Maybe these two. There we go. Wait, what? One of them didn't count. That was weird. Fine, I'll kill this guy. You pry a torn map from the clutches of your fallen foe. I gotta bring the map of Stoke to Refrithild at the Mead Hall. I think I will fast forward my ride back there.
You return to sorrowful news. Wigbold has been murdered.
You say you found this map of Stoke on the body of a villain from Bardoram? I'm not surprised. See these markings? Someone has made notes on this map. And though I cannot read the writing, I am familiar enough with my own walls to know that these annotations represent vulnerabilities in our defenses. Your secret foe is seeking to improve the orcs' chances of raising Stoke. But you return to sorrowful news. Adgith found something, and hastened to bring the news to me at once. Wigbold has been murdered. Speak to the child and hear her account.
I found a dead body. It was Wigbold. I remember his big red beard.
I was running around on the eastern side of town looking for that sour-faced fellow we talked about when I stumbled upon a body lying in the grass. I stayed just long enough to see if I knew who it was, and I did. It was Wigbold, one of the town guards. I remember his big red beard. He was always kind to me, and now that I think that man you were looking for must have killed Wigbold before he fled the city. I can point out where I found the body if you like. I was just telling Reeve about it, and she says that I did the right thing to come to her at once. You tell Adgith that you will investigate the place she described, but you have your doubts. You do not remember Wigbold having a red beard. So now I must examine the body of Wigbold. Or allegedly Wigbold. You cannot tell how long it has been since Wigbold was slain, but it seems that he suffered a blow to the head from some heavy object. Dirt and mud on his clothes indicate that he was killed somewhere else and dragged into the heavy grass. As you stare down the body of the slain guard, something that has bothered you since you heard the news from Adgith slowly resolves itself. This is not the same Wigbold to whom you spoke when you arrived at Stoke. If this is the body of Wigbold, who was it you spoke with at the entrance to Stoke? The man you spoke to is gone, and left no sign.
We have been deceived. The man we spoke to was not Wigbold.
He was our quarry instead. I believe I can piece together a tale, but it brings me no joy to do so. Our secret foe arrived at the gates of Stoke, sometime during the night, where he was challenged by Wigbold to identify himself. What name did he give? Perhaps Ednoth, or Goding, or another we do not yet know. What story did he weave for Wigbold? I cannot say, but my guess is that it played upon the guard's sympathies. From this I draw another conclusion. Our cunning foe must appear from the outside to be a good man of Rohan. There will be little about him to mark him as enemy, or Wigbold would have never let him into Stoke. But let him in he did, and at some point Wigbold was overcome and slain. What does it reveal that our foe that he was so bold as to take Wigbold's place, and speak falsehoods to the very people in pursuit of him? That is what worries me the most, Kippen. Our foe is bold, and he is cunning, and he is unafraid. It is clear to me now why he spoke of the Norcrofts, though it was not at the time. He was trying to steer us in the wrong direction. We must give this news to the Reeve. Very interesting. I was deceived myself. I did not suspect a thing. Although he did act a little weird. You know, when he said I can investigate the town, but probably be wasting my time and I should go to Norcrofts. I was only mildly suspicious, but not to this extent.
The man you pursue must be made to pay for his crimes.
This tale is believable, but it makes my sorrow no less. Instead, it fans the flames of my anger. This man you pursue must be made to pay the price for his crimes. He sought to send you to Norcrofts? His pride will be his undoing, for by revealing his charade, we have discerned his next course. He wanted you to look eastward? Turn your eyes westward, and you will find where next lead his schemes. After teaching the orcs of Barad-dûr how to best attack Stoke, this cunning snake of yours fled to the Broad Acres. I'm certain of it. fled the Broadacres. He has gone to the Stone Deans.
If this snake has entered the Stone Deans, they must be warned of the danger he poses.
I have no close tie with my neighbors to the west, save the oaths we share, but I wish them no harm. If the snake has entered into the Stone Deans, they must be warned of the danger he poses. A secret enemy combined with the dangers they already face endangers the whole of my writing. He must be stopped, and now only a few know his face. You have seen it, as has poor departed Wigbald. Bring this knowledge to Reeve Hermond in the Stone Deans. His seat is in the town of Woodhurst, located in the northern region of the Stone Deans. Hermond is very old, and there are whispers that he is in poor health as of late. If he is indisposed, you should speak with his wife, Bryant. She is of Dunlindish blood, and she is strong in her own right.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Okay, so I need to complete Chapter 8, not just be in Chapter 8, before I can do this quest. So I'm gonna leave that still, just so I can remember to come back to it. And then we're gonna head to Stone Deans and hopefully come back here after Chapter 8. So where is Stone Deans? That way. So, alright, yeah, let's ride there. Let's ride together, friends. Dang it, I have to stop playing. I have stuff I need to do, but I'm having so much fun. It's probably going to be the last episode I'm recording, for today at least. I wish I could keep going. I'm trying to extend this episode out a little bit, because I don't have time to record another full one, but got a little bit of time to keep playing this episode. I'm having fun, as always. Definitely want to avoid that warband. Gonna need to do all these warbands towards the end of the season. Probably gonna need help with most of them. So Stone Deans is one of the last locations I've yet to go to. So where am I at? Yeah, it's Stone Deans, Westfold, Helm's Deep. So I'm kind of done with like everything here. For the most part, just need to kind of keep going along the west end of the map. Big bear there. Cool place, looks like. Looks like there should be plenty of quests to do. So this is the Vector quest.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Beware, traveler. We are trying to flee this land, and I hate to see unwary folk risk their lives by going in. You're here to help, are you? Well, that is a surprise unlooked for.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
Sithwolf and I are glad to put the Stone Deans behind us. It is hard to leave, but it is not safe for us anymore. We left swiftly and only have a few supplies with us. We could really use some more chicory. And unfortunately, chicory grows around these parts. It would be a good addition to our supplies. You might find chicory growing in the shade of the trees to the south. Place any you collect in the crate or on the crate in the wagon. Okay.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
We left Woodhurst and will not look back. I expected someone to follow us, but my scouting has only revealed tracks of bears. Many of them. The roaring hills to the south appears to be a favored hunting ground. However, I will gladly deal with the bears over backstabbing Deansmen. Bears can be dangerous, though, and these were not small. One might ravage our wagon and hurt us badly if we get too close. Also, we could always use a few extra hides. Could I ask you to keep them away from our camp and gather any hides you leave intact? We could always use them for blankets or trade. Alright, as much as I hate to do it, this is going to have to be the stopping point for this episode. In the next one, I will pick up here and start doing some quests in this region. So I'll see you next time.